Greetings, everyone. Someone sent me a video of a young lady in Singapore comparing the difference between Jamaica and Singapore. And she went into a bit of history to explain how they were both just juxtaposition for greatness, and the difference with Singapore and Jamaica's economy, for example. And as I listened to her, something came to my mind, and I want you to hear me. You see, our people have always depended on other folks to tell them how to run the economy, how to manage themselves. And nothing is wrong with taking advice from people who know how to do it. So when you live in a place like North America or Europe and you see how these economies are run, of course, our people could take advice, how to improve, how to upgrade, how they could change, how they can develop. Because, these nations, these island nations are considered to be developing nations. And we don't want to go back in history to say, why are they underdeveloped in the first place? It's irrelevant. It is what it is. If we stay stuck in this place to say, you did this to me or you caused this, and I just sit in that place, I'll never change my life. I'll never get out of that situation. When I started YouTube, I was in this broken state. I was very hurt, very angry, and I shared some of that. And at the time, I felt like I had this fuel, this fire in my bones to really come out and to teach and to educate people. But that place that I was coming from was mostly hurt, that place of hurt. And I know that there were other people who could identify with me and they were hurt too. But it was such a big mistake, because what I was essentially trying to do is to just, like I said, awaken this consciousness in our people. And the truth of the matter is, I hurt myself and I hurt my brand trying to help people who don't want to be helped, trying to have loyalty to people who have no loyalty to themselves, let alone me. When I started my businesses, I always said, well, this is for our people. This is for Black people. This is for the Black woman, who is single, who is divorced, who find herself to be a single parent and need my support, a different type of, child care, where you get to drop your child off in the morning at 3, 4, 5, it doesn't matter. And you get 12, 13 hours per day for the same fee. It didn't matter. They still found a way how to rip me off. They still found a way to abuse my kindness. And so when the cry came out for me to go out in the streets and to go support this group who claimed that they were just representing Black people, I said, no, thank you. If I'm doing something, I do it for myself. I do it for my family. I'm not joining any group based on any color. And as time went on, I started seeing that if I went to Jamaica and I was able to go into communities and save those communities from poverty, these are the same ones who would find a way to do harm to me. So I had to love them from a distance. And let's not talk about family. Some of the biggest, most evil people are in your family. You either live with them or separate yourself from them. All right? So I'm going to say here that I have no interest in the struggle. No more, no aluta continua. I am just taking care of my own self, my own needs. And if my family find themselves in a situation where I feel they're being violated, then I speak for them on their behalf alone. Marcus Garvey, one of the greatest teachers that ever came out of Jamaica, went there to inspire them, showed them how it was done. It wasn't like he was speaking from a place of ignorance. He did it. As a black man in America, the man was amassing wealth. The man knew how to do it. And if you read the opinions of Marcus Garvey, you see how they ridiculed him and how he left and died somewhere else. Can you imagine? So these people who are in positions of power and government, and the ones even who are poor or whatever, those who come out as leaders, they're all the same. They can be bought. They are for sale. And if you're not for sale, you're going to just create more enemies for yourself and you're going to suffer. I suffered on my platform and I had to recognize where I went wrong, trying to save people or help people who doesn't even know they need to be saved. Like the woman said, she could have freed many if they only knew they were in a certain position. So I stayed away from those topics. I speak on Jamaica and I speak on the things that we can do for ourselves. I speak on spiritual things. I'd rather speak on those things because we know that is one of the biggest example or sign of us abandoning our tradition of our forefathers. And I speak on spiritual things that I have experienced. And I know there are others who are having these experiences and they don't quite understand it because there's no one to explain it. It's kind of like menopause, where the average woman will not come out and tell the other young ones what this is like and prepare them for it. So most of these ones you see in Jamaica was coming out and talking about them being, you know, conscientious and conscious. Yeah, you want to know? Send a decoy with a few dollars. Or sometimes they don't even want money. They want fame. So don't waste your time trying to save these ones. Save yourself, man. Do not get into any controversial topics on YouTube and, you know, even when you talk about politics, remember these people are all connected. If you're a political figure, you're connected to all the other political figures in the world. And it's not that you fear anybody, because if the spirit moves you and asks you to speak, you speak. But don't try to speak because all you see them running off their mouth, the people that is. When time come for election, you're picking the same people. Because the people have them like this. You just have to give them some spear change. That's good enough. Just think about what they did to Marcus Garvey, and that will solve your problems with you coming out and, you know, making noise. And sometimes you see these persons who are positioned, they're put there, they're picked, they're chosen for the position, and they come out pretending like they're armor bearer or they're there to protect you. It's all a lie. It's to set you up. Yeah, it's to test you. They say things pretending like they're on your side to hear what you have to say. They're being paid. They are being paid to flush out the real warriors. They put on masks. They're fake. They don't really mean what they say. You know how I told you when I was in university and I was in teachers college and everybody was so loving and kind and so compassionate. And I presented a story and all of them exposed themselves. And then I said, at least be yourself, be truthful, be honest. Stop saying things and pretending to be someone who you're not. It's scary. I would much rather deal with somebody who society consider to be bad. I know who they are, as opposed to these people, these wolves. going forward, you know, I dabble here and there. Every one of my subscribers have different taste. Some want to love the mix up, you're getting mixed up. Some want the conscious story, you're getting that. Some want little intimate details, you're getting that. You're getting a little of everything. Because listen, we're growing. Next year will be 10 years. I put in 10 years on YouTube religiously. I've never stuck to anything that didn't reward me financially so long. This is the first time. And as I said, I'm starting selling my oranges. Somebody's going to buy it. I just have to be intentional and be strategic and give thanks to those who give me the opportunity to sell my oranges. Bless up yourself, everyone.